we create thousands and thousands of young, angry, totally dejected, what are soon to be dangerous Al-Qaeda men. Like, that's the furthest you can go with that into a land of distortion. That's what we come up with. Is that a fair summary?
Warning, this podcast is for entertainment only and not intended for medical purposes.
Enter the Freud.
Okay, you got that. And then on the other side, you have a whole crew of people saying, like, the best way to be a man is to act like a woman.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, okay, good. There, summary of the issue. And so then, if you were to give guidance to a young man like your son, like, what the hell have we been doing to raise these boys? And what do you think how would we quickly just summarize the antidote?
The simple solution is that what we really need to do with young men is help them integrate the good of both sides of those. So if the good of the left wing is, like sensitivity, respect, and consideration for others, and awareness kind of like relational needs and being thoughtful of others and kind of can navigate human relational needs with sensitivity and consideration.
Yeah, can I just add to that? Like, I would have a course in school, right? Where this would be a course for young dudes, and it's called How to Talk to Women and Make Them Feel Safe.
Mm-hmm.
Like how to go up and approach women and make them feel safe, right? Like, because that's a skill that you should always have, and it will serve you for the rest of your life. To be able to walk up to a woman you're pursuing and not make her feel like you're a creep and that you're trying to do anything rapey, right? Because
totally.
That's just mythology propagated by whatever happened in the past 10 years, where a bunch of dudes were caught. They were caught doing creepy shit, right?
Yeah.
And so the idea that then we would project onto these tiny guys, don't be a creep and do creepy shit. It's like, no, I would do the opposite. I would say, hey guys, here's how it's done. This is how you go and talk to the ladies, and then this is how you do it in a way so it's not like, like you're somehow trying to exploit them, victimize them, or do anything that is way outside of your actual developmental stage.
Yeah.
Like, why are we telling this to kids they're not even capable of this behavior? They don't have the executive functioning to behave this way. Why would we say that to them? It's like one of the most disconnected type of messages, I think. And I think that in an approach of how to talk to young dudes would be to talk to them where they're really at, and then make sure you clearly separate, hey, this other behavior is for much later on in life, and you need to be careful of becoming that when you're 1 billion years old. Otherwise, and then that's it. End of story. Don't talk about that.
It makes me think of, you occasionally hear people ask this question of like, can men and women be friends? And you hear a lot of people say, no, they can't, because ultimately, like, guys want to fuck every woman or whatever, you know? Mm-hmm. And I'm always surprised by that, because I have a lot of women friends, and like I have a lot of good women friends, and like they're super great, cool relationships. And so when I hear other guys saying, no, men and women can't be friends, I'm like, wow, me and them live in different fucking universes.
Yeah.
And so I do think like those kind of Andrew Tatey, red pill, the stereotypical right wing guys, it's some weird deficit that they don't know how. I think it's related to what you're saying. They don't know how to just like be cool, be a human, talk to women like humans, have fun, just like relate to them regardless of whether they have a vagina or not. You know, just relate to them and have fun with them and be friends with them. And a lot of dudes can't do that. And then I was, my mind went to, but then I was thinking of a few of my more left-wing friends who are very sensitive and considerate, and they also can't be friends with women because they sort of treat women like porcelain china dolls, or I don't know, they have some other difficulty. They can't, like just like again, just like be a second grader, like how second graders relate. It's just like they don't, it's just like you have fun, joke, tease, whatever. It's all good. And I remember discovering that a few of my left-wing friends who are really smart, sophisticated, whatever dudes, and are married and whatever, but I was like, that when they watch me joke around and just be friends with these women, they kind of like are confused and weirded out and jealous about it.
Yeah, but so I just am wondering, how do you establish a boundary that clearly says, hey, by the way, we're friends and we're joking. We're gonna joke even about sex and relationships, but you and I are not actually going to like sneak off and have an affair. How's that established?
Well, I think, I don't know, I've never thought of this, but I think it's as simple as if I'm not trying to put the moves on them,
yeah,
we're all good, because it's sort of like the guy is the one who usually does that.
Usually, but there's lots of women who will definitely invite you.
Yeah, they'll do a thing, but then if I just don't respond, then they get the message.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, but see, this would be very important to have in our course to the little guys, right? This would be like, the intro course would be like, okay, here's how to go and you talk to girls, and here's how to talk to them on Snapchat, and here's how to talk to them in various platforms, and so this is kind of what's standard. This is when you drift over here, that's actually suggesting you want to like date them or you're interested in them romantically. This is what it is. There's the clear line, right? And then it would be like, okay, that's intro to talking to girls 101, and then we have 102, and you can then tell them about this. Like, and by the way, as you get older, you can you can pay attention to the cues, and you can very politely not respond to them without it being some kind of totally bizarre rejection. Because, of course, that is a big problem for people. If you don't deal with it subtly and somebody makes a toward movement, some suggestion, and then your response is, oh, how dare you! Oh, you've ruined the whole relationship! Like, what is wrong? What's going on with that person?
So I'm trying to put my finger on what the problem is. It's like the more Andrew Tatey, red pilly, masculine alpha male, right-wing guys. I think they accurately identify a certain wavelength of male-female interactions, and it's the like mating wavelength, and they talk about that, and I think a lot of what they say, like who's the Godfather, Rollo Tomassi, like he's always talking about that, and really a lot of the shit he says is right, and a lot of the shit all those dudes are saying is right, but it's just kind of like one wavelength, and it's like they're so consumed with that wavelength that they can't see the other wavelengths, where it's just like the gender's irrelevant because we're just like two humans hanging out.
Like, what else do you think would be helpful? Because this course that I'm suggesting, I think, is going to get a lot of blowback. I don't think many people are going to like it, right?